Good morning. My name is Mr. Timmer, and I'm one of your assistant principals at Faribault High School. Welcome to the 2025 Veterans Day Assembly. It is my honor to introduce our program today. Out of respect for those who have served our country, please put away your cell phones, turn them off, iPads, put away all of your devices, and give your undivided attention to the ceremony that we will have today. Please remember that this is a ceremony and not a pep fest, and you should stay in your seats for the entire portion of this ceremony. I will now turn over the podium to our Faribault Honor Society cabinet members for the remainder of the program.
Good morning. My name is Liam Redmond, and I would like to welcome you to our Veterans Day Assembly. A veteran is someone who has served or is currently serving in the United States Armed Forces. Veterans are courageous, brave, and inspiring individuals. We are honored to live beside veterans on a daily basis. If you get a chance, be sure to thank these people today or any day for their service to our country. At this time, I would like to welcome the American Legion, Post 43, to post our nation's colors. Please rise, take off hats and hoods, and remain silent.
Right face. Post colors. Present arms. Rear arms. Left face. Forward arms.
Thank you, American Legion. When Francis Scott Key wrote the Star-Spangled Banner over 200 years ago, he called America the land of the free and the home of the brave. However, America has not always been free. The freedoms we enjoy today are a result of the sacrifice of the many veterans who have dedicated their lives to our country by serving in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, and Coast Guard. We can never repay the debt we owe to the brave individuals who gave their lives so we could have a better one. What we can do is to take the time to recognize the 19 million veterans who are still with us. Thank you to all veterans for making the United States the land of the free and the home of the brave. The music department will now lead us in our national anthem. Please rise, take off hats and hoods, and sing along. Day, a day to honor the brave men and women who have served their country with strength, courage, and heart. These heroes didn't just wear a uniform. They dedicated their lives, time, and energy to protecting our freedoms. Sometimes it's easy to forget that behind every salute and every mission, there's a real person with dreams, families, and stories that shape who they are. So as we take a moment to reflect, let's show our respect and appreciation for everything our veterans have done. Please turn your attention to the screen as we watch a short video that shares the true heart and soul of a veteran.
Veterans, they didn't just dedicate their time, they dedicated their bodies, their minds, and even their lives for the defense of this nation. But why? What drives someone to make that choice? To understand that decision, we must look deeper into the heart and soul of a veteran. What motivates someone to step forward while others step back? What makes them sign that blank check to Uncle Sam, payable with everything they have for freedom? Armistice Day in 1919 marked the end of World War I and inaugurated a tradition of annually honoring our veterans. From World War II to Korea, Vietnam, and the Cold War, in our more recent conflicts and in preparing for the next one, our veterans never stop answering the call. We honor the veterans who live among us. Some bear visible scars, but all carry the invisible weight of their service. Every veteran shares one thing in common: the same inner strength and resolve that led them to serve. Why do they serve? What lives in the heart of a veteran that compels them to sign up, knowing the risk? For some, it's a love of country that runs deeper than words. For others, it's the need to protect something greater than themselves, their family, their community, the freedom we all enjoy. But above all, it's the commitment to those beside them. When a veteran makes that decision, it's never just for personal reasons. It's about defending an idea and standing with those who share the same sense of duty. Looking into the heart of a veteran means seeing a love for freedom so fierce that they're willing to pay any price to protect it. It's a bond of camaraderie forged through shared sacrifice, a willingness to carry the weight of responsibility so others don't have to. These men and women didn't serve for accolades or recognition. They didn't serve for rewards or praise. They served because they felt they had to. It's that quiet, unshakable resolve that defines the heart of a veteran, a strength that continues long after they leave the field of service. Though some veterans have sacrificed much, hardship does not define them. They continue to live with purpose, showing the world what resilience and determination look like. They build families, communities, and futures, proving that service doesn't end when the uniform is hung up. You, our veterans, have more to give. You've already given this nation your heart, but your strength, courage, and commitment continues to inspire. You are the living proof of what it means to overcome, to stand tall, and to lead by example. We honor you not just for your service to our nation, but for what you continue to build. The heart of a veteran is the heart of America, steadfast, unbreakable, and always moving forward. To our veterans, thank you for your service. Thank you for reminding us all that no matter the cost, the spirit of a veteran can never be broken. Your strength is our nation's strength.
Our guest speaker today is Dennis German. He was in the U.S. Navy, second class, from 1968 to 1972 as a fire control technician. He served at the Miramar Naval Air Station in San Diego and on the USS Constellation aircraft carrier off the Vietnam coast before being honorably discharged in August of 1972. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Dennis Durbin.
Good morning. I want to thank the band and the choir for what you're going to play and what you have playing, and I appreciate the efforts that you put in to practice and provide for this program today. Thank you for that. Good morning, 9th and 10th graders. I know that you're not everyone is here, but I hope that you take advantage of what this program gives you, and then soon you're going to have the opportunity to have this in person. So welcome 9th and 10th graders. I'd like to thank Tegan for inviting me today. There's a little bit more bond than that, but I appreciate that. Her giving me that trust. I've been told to talk about veterans. What does being a veteran mean to me? There's probably the simplest definition of a veteran that I can think of is a veteran was doing his duty in the military. Then he became a civilian. So that's, I think, the simplest definition I can give you of what a veteran is. To become a veteran, you had at one time committed to being in the service. What is the service? It's a term that describes every branch of the military. Army, Navy, Air Force, Space, Marines, they were all a service. My service was for 4 years, and that service influenced me by the experiences and the lessons that I've carried since. It's called the service because that's what being a service person is. Each person who put on the military uniform committed to service to his or her country, and by extension to her or his community, family, and friends. Becoming a serviceman helped me launch patterns of living for me ever since. For me, my life has revolved around service. When I started my educator career as a teacher and coach, I considered myself in service to my students and community, embedding myself with the people that were there and their dreams and their expectations. As a high school principal, I considered myself in service to my students, to the staff who work to assist students to achieve their education, to their parents, and that community I happen to be in. There are several terms that seem to resonate with me as I thought about the thoughts of service and being a veteran. These include privilege, tolerance, optimism, pride, and anger. That's an interesting one. These emotions came back to me as I thought about the assignment that Tegan gave me. I felt it was a privilege to serve during a time when those who chose to serve were looked down upon, ridiculed, and sometimes spat upon when they were in uniform. There was little tolerance for servicemen by those opposing the war. It wasn't easy, but I still was comfortable in that my country had called me to assist in what it felt was a danger to our livelihood and security. That privileged feeling continued through my career as an educator. We are privileged to live in this country, and have all the advantages of life that our Constitution form of government allows. Included in this is the free education of which you're partaking of now. Seeing what you young adults accomplish in your school and your school community gives me pride. How you live your student lives makes me optimistic about the future. Please take advantage of the opportunities that this school gives you. Anger is not necessarily a negative emotion, although it can be. We all experience anger or frustration in our lives, but it can and should be used to propel our lives to positive action. Anger without positive action is a useless exercise. In my Vietnam service time, I had anger and frustration that others didn't serve or avoided serving, while I worried about my wife and young son in a large, strange city while I was on duty. And those who managed to avoid the draft went about their normal lives. That frustration propelled me to use the GI Bill to earn my master's degree and principal's license. It also helped me to learn to be a guide to those whose lives I was entrusted with, and to help students use their education for positive change. My service experience taught me tolerance. There was a lot of anger during the Vietnam era. I learned to understand the opposing anti-war sentiment and those that protested within constitutional means. I learned to tolerate that viewpoint as a member of the service. I'm still proud of serving at that time, but as time went on, I could understand those who opposed the war and protested it vigorously. I feel privileged to be here, and I thank the honor students for inviting me to share their thoughts about being a veteran. That's service time that was shared with my wife and family helped form my life and my own code of honor to this day. I hope you can use your experiences as a student at Faribault High School to give you pride, become optimistic, to use any anger or frustration of your life experience to make positive change, while still being tolerant of that which you don't understand. Be of service to those around you. This is a great school, and you students make it one in which our community takes great pride. I know. I was part of Falcon Pride for a few years. I'm especially proud that many of our Falcon student community took the step after graduation to become servicemen and women as they graduated from high school. Thank you for the privilege of being here today.
Thank you, Mr. German, for your service and for sharing your story with us. Many of us have grown accustomed to the freedoms we experience every day. Please do not forget that we have veterans and current members of our military who have fought and will continue to fight for you. We would now like to recognize those staff members and students who have served, currently serve, or will serve our country as a member of the armed forces. These are people you may see around the building at any time. Please feel free to recognize them and thank them for their commitment. As we call your name, please stand up to be recognized. First, to our staff, Mr. Corey Little, Army National Guard. Mr. Michael Salome, United States Coast Guard. And thank you to our students who will serve in the Army National Guard: Aiden Abdullahi, Alexis McCrohan, and Abdullahi Mogo. If we did not call your name, but you have served or plan to serve in the military, please stand to be recognized.
Thank you to those of you who have served and have committed to serving our country. Each year, the President makes a proclamation for Veterans Day, and the month of November is also known as National Veterans and Military Families Month. Part of the proclamation reads, "The story of America is written with the courage, honor, and dedicated service of our veterans. Through their sacrifice, the fires of freedom burn brightly, our republic secured, and our way of life made possible." For nearly 250 years, their unyielding spirit has carried our nation through every trial and triumph, ensuring that liberty endures all the time. This Veterans Day, we show our gratitude and recommit to honor their service, uphold their legacy, and give every veteran the loyalty, respect, and support they have earned and so dearly deserve. From the moment our nation's founders raised the cause of independence, they recognized that freedom rests upon those willing to defend it. And a nation devoted to liberty owes a debt to those who secured freedom for our people. Our nation remains great because of those who have served honorably in uniform and committed their lives to defending our families, our freedoms, and our American values. Today, we extend our deepest gratitude to our soldiers, sailors, Marines, airmen, Coast Guardsmen, and Guardians for their sacrifice. And we thank the families who share the burden of their service.
As the proclamation stated, it is important to recognize the families of veterans who make sacrifices alongside their loved ones called to actively serve our country. One organization that works to support both veterans and their families is the Minnesota Assistance Council for Veterans, or MACV. MACV is a nonprofit organization that provides services such as housing, employment, legal aid, and addresses the reasons for veterans' homelessness in order to create sustainable housing opportunities. This year, the Faribault Honor Society is contributing $400 to MACV. Please turn your attentions to the screen to learn more about the mission of MACV.
I don't know the guy's name that helped me in McBee, but I'd like to thank him. Being the wife, before we were married, we're living in a camper. And they got us out of the camper into a house.
They provided us with household goods, hygiene products, until we got our voucher to get my own home, and we're doing great now.
They kind of did everything, Sebastian talked to the landlord directly. Then took me to Target, pushed the cart, I'm like, hey, you need a mattress, you need pillows.
At this time, please welcome the music department again as they play a tribute to America. program today, we would like to take a moment to remember all the soldiers who lost their lives in the fight for freedom. At this time, please stand and observe a moment of silence. I would like to thank the American Legion Post 43 for being a part of our assembly today. At this time, take off your hats and hoods and remain silent while the American Legion retires the colors. Please stay standing.
Word, march. Halt. Left, face. Present, arms. Rear, arms. Retrieve, colors. Left, face. Forward, march.
On behalf of the Honor Society, I would like to thank you for respectful attendance at today's program.